After divorce, she went to a failing farm no one wanted and built a new life with an old tractor. Entry 1, April 3rd, 2023. My name is Sarah Mitchell. I'm 42 years old. As of this morning, I'm divorced. The papers are signed. The house is sold. The life I spent 20 years building is gone. I'm sitting in a lawyer's office with a check for $38,000, my half of everything. 20 years equals $38,000. The lawyer asks what I'm going to do now. I tell him I don't know. That's the truth. I have no idea. Entry 2, April 10th. I've been living in a motel for a week, spending money I can't afford to spend, looking at apartments I can't afford to rent. Everything costs too much. Every apartment wants first month, last month deposit. I'd be broke before I unpacked. I need a different plan. Entry 3, April 15th. I found something today. Maybe, possibly. There's a farm for sale 2 hours north, 80 acres, house, barn, equipment. Foreclosure auction. Bank wants $25,000 minimum. Nobody's bidding. It's been listed for 6 months. I looked at the photos. The house is falling apart. The barn is leaning. The equipment is ancient, but it's 80 acres, and $25,000 is less than I have. Entry 4, April 18th. I drove up to see the place, brought my daughter Emily with me. She's 19, college student, thinks I've lost my mind. Mom, this place is a disaster. She's right, it is. The house has a hole in the roof. The barn doors are rotting. The fields are overgrown. There's a tractor sitting in the machine shed, covered in dust and bird droppings. The bank agent says it's a 1955 Alice Chalmers WD, hasn't run in 5 years. Emily keeps saying we should leave, but I keep looking at the fields. 80 acres, land, space, possibility. I'm going to bid, I tell her. Mum, you don't know anything about farming. I'll learn. Entry 5, April 22nd. I bought it. $25,000. Only bidder. I own a failing farm, a broken house, a barn that might fall down, and a tractor that doesn't work. Emily thinks I've had a breakdown. Maybe I have. But it's mine. First thing that's been mine in 20 years. Entry 6, April 30th. Moved in today. In is generous. I'm camping in the one room that has an intact ceiling. No running water. Well, pump is broken. I'm hauling water from town. No heat except a wood stove. I'm burning scrap lumber from the barn. Emily came to help, brought her boyfriend Marcus. They're worried about me. Mum, you can still back out. Sell this place. Get an apartment like a normal person. Normal people didn't just lose everything. Normal people have options. I don't. So I'm here. Entry 7, May 5th. 5 days of work. The house has running water again, sort of. The well pump needed a new pressure switch, $40 at the hardware store. I installed it myself following a YouTube video. The bathroom works now. That's progress. Emily seems less worried. Marcus asked if I needed help with anything else. Can you fix a tractor? He laughed, then realized I was serious. I can try. Entry 8, May 12th. Marcus has been here every weekend, working on the Alice Chalmers. We've changed the oil, cleaned the carburetor, replaced the spark plugs, charged the battery. It still won't start. But I'm learning. Marcus is patient, explains everything, doesn't treat me like I'm stupid. That's refreshing. My ex-husband always explained things like I was slow. Marcus just teaches, no judgment, no condescension. We're making progress on the tractor and my confidence. Entry 9, May 20th. The Alice Chalmers started today. Marcus turned the key. I held my breath. It cranked, coughed, died. He tried again, cranked, coughed, caught. The engine ran, rough, loud, smoking, but running. I actually cried, stood there in my machine shed crying over a 68-year-old tractor starting. Emily hugged me. Marcus looked proud. Now what? Emily asked. Now I learned to farm. Entry 10, May 28th. My neighbour stopped by today. His name is Tom Henderson. He's 73, farms the land east of me. He'd heard someone bought the old Peterson place, wanted to see who was crazy enough, found me, covered in grease, trying to attach a disc to the Alice. You're Sarah? I am. You know what you're doing? Not even a little bit. He laughed. Not mean. Just honest appreciation for honest answer. You need help? Desperately. He helped me attach the disc, showed me how to adjust it, how to set the depth. What are you planning to plant? I don't know. What should I plant? Hay. Simple. Forgiving. Good first crop. How do I plant hay? You don't. You seed it. I'll show you. Entry 11, June 3rd. Tom has been here every day this week, teaching me everything. How to disc a field, how to drag it smooth, how to operate the seeder, how to read soil, how to time weather, how to think like a farmer. I'm overwhelmed but also exhilarated. I'm learning a completely new skill. At 42, after spending 20 years as a dental hygienist, my hands are blistered, my shoulders ache. I'm exhausted every night, but I'm learning, growing, becoming something new. Entry 12, June 15th. Planted 40 acres of hay mix today, Timothy and clover. Tom says it'll be ready to cut by August. I drove the Alice Chalmers myself, all day. Seeding rows, following Tom's instructions. The tractor runs rough, smokes some, needs work, but it works. Pulls the seeder, does the job. Not bad for a 68-year-old machine, Tom says. Not bad for a 42-year-old farmer, I reply. He grins. You're not a farmer yet, but you're getting there. Entry 13, June 30th. Money's getting tight. The 38,000 is down to 12,000. I've spent on well pump, tractor parts, seed, fuel, food, property taxes. 12,000 left, no income, no job, no plan. Emily's worried again. Says I should get a job in town, part-time at least. She's probably right. But I don't want to leave the farm. Don't want to be away from what I'm building. Tom says the hay will sell for about 2,000 if the crop's good. 2,000 won't save me, but it's something. Entry 14, July 8th. I started a roadside stand, selling vegetables from a garden I planted in May. Tomatoes, cucumbers, squash, beans. Made $43 the first day, not much, but it's income. It's something I created from dirt and seeds and work. Emily helped me build the stand. Marcus made a sign. Fresh vegetables. Sarah's farm. Sarah's farm. That's what this place is becoming. Not the Peterson place, not the foreclosure property. Sarah's farm. Mine. Entry 15, July 22nd. The vegetable stand is doing better, making about 200 a week. People stop, ask about the farm, ask how long I've been farming. I tell them the truth. 3 months. They're surprised. You're doing well for a beginner. I have good teachers. Tom stops by most days, checks on the hay, answers questions, drinks coffee on my porch. He tells me about his wife, died 3 years ago, says he misses having someone to teach. You remind me of her. She didn't know farming either when we married. Learned it. Became better at it than me eventually. I doubt I'll be that good. You will. You've got the most important thing. What's that? You don't quit. Entry 16, August 5th. First cutting today. Tom brought his equipment, mowed the hay, I raked it. Together we baled it, 320 bales. Tom says that's good for first-year seeding. We stacked them in the barn. The one I thought might fall down, it held. Everything's holding, the farm, the tractor, me. All of us doing jobs we weren't sure we could do. Tom bought 100 bales at market rate, $6 each, $600. Actual farm income from my land, my work. I deposited the check and cried in my truck. Entry 17, August 20th. Emily stayed the weekend. First time in a month, she seemed relaxed about this whole thing. Mum, you're doing it. You're actually farming. Barely. No, really farming. You planted a crop, harvested it, sold it. That's farming. We walked the property, looked at what I've done in 4 months, fixed the well, patched the roof, planted and harvested, made the Alice run. I'm proud of you, she says. I needed to hear that. Needed someone to say I'm not crazy, not failing, not wasting my settlement money on a fantasy. Thanks, sweetheart. Are you happy? I think about that. Really think. I'm building toward happy. That's close enough for now. Entry 18, September 10th. Second cutting next week. Tom says it'll be bigger than the first. The hay's grown thick. The vegetable stand closed for the season. Made about 3,000 total. Not enough to live on, but enough to matter. I need winter income, need a plan. Tom suggests firewood. I've got 40 acres of woods. Dead trees everywhere. You cut and split it. Sell it by the cord. People around here pay good money for seasoned firewood. I don't have a chainsaw. I do. I'll teach you. Of course he will. Tom teaches me everything. Entry 19, September 25th. Learning chainsaw safety. It's terrifying and empowering. Cutting dead standing timber. Splitting it with a hydraulic splitter Tom loaned me. It's hard work. Harder than anything I've done yet. But I'm getting stronger, physically, mentally. Every day I'm a different person than I was in April. April Sarah couldn't change a tire. September Sarah can run a chainsaw. Who will I be by next April? Entry 20, October 15th. Firewood sales started. 5 cords sold already. $150 per cord. $750 in 2 weeks. Better than the vegetable stand. I can do this all winter. Cut, split, sell. Make enough to survive until spring. The math works, barely, but it works. Tom says I'm doing better than most first-year farmers. Most lose money year 1. You're not losing money. You're treading water. That's success. Treading water feels like success now. 6 months ago, I was drowning. Entry 21, November 8th. Winter's coming. I'm not ready. The house needs insulation. The wood stove works, but it's inefficient. I'm going to freeze. $1,200 left in the account. Need it for property taxes due in December. I'm trying not to panic, trying to trust I'll figure it out. Tom brought over insulation yesterday. Had it left over from a project. You might as well use it. He didn't have a project. I know he didn't. He bought it for me. I tried to pay him. He refused. Consider it an investment. I'm investing in you succeeding. Farms need good neighbors. You're becoming one. I cried again. I cry a lot these days. Happy tears mostly. Grateful tears. Entry 22, November 30th. Thanksgiving was different this year. Emily and Marcus came to the farm. I cooked dinner in my now insulated house. Turkey from a local farmer. Vegetables I grew and canned. Pies I baked in my grandmother's recipes. Tom joined us, brought wine, told farming stories. It felt like family, chosen family, built family, not the family I lost in the divorce. A different family. Better maybe. Emily whispered to me in the kitchen, "You're different, Mom. Happier." I'm freer. That's good. You deserve free. Entry 23, December 20th. Property taxes paid, $800. I'm down to $400 in the bank. But I have 15 cords of cut firewood. If I can sell them all, that's $2,200. Winter survival budget. Sell firewood, keep warm, eat what I can, make it to spring. It's a plan. Not a great plan, but a plan. The Alice Chalmers sits in the shed, waiting for spring. We'll need her again in April. I check on her sometimes, pat her hood, thank her for running when I needed her to. We made it through year 1, I tell her. Let's make it through year 2. Entry 24, January 15th, 2024. Coldest winter in 15 years. I'm burning through firewood faster than I can sell it. But I'm warm. The house is holding. I'm holding. Tom checks on me every few days. Makes sure I haven't frozen. Brings supplies sometimes. You're tougher than you look, he says. I have to be. No, you choose to be. There's a difference. He's right. I could have given up, could have sold the farm, could have moved to an apartment, could have stayed in my marriage too, could have accepted unhappiness as permanent. But I didn't. I chose different, chose hard, chose possible over comfortable. Entry 25, February 10th. All the firewood sold, 20 cords total, $3,000. Combined with hay and vegetables, I made $6,800 in year one. Not enough to live well, but enough to survive, enough to prove it's possible. Year two needs to be better. Need more income, more crops, more plans. Tom says I should consider boarding horses. I've got a barn and pasture. People pay good money for good horse care. I don't know anything about horses. You didn't know anything about farming 9 months ago. Fair point. Entry 26, March 1st. Spring planning. What to plant, how much, what to try new, adding more hay, expanding the vegetable garden, maybe some chickens. Tom's teaching me about crop rotation, soil health, long-term thinking. Farming isn't about this year, it's about 10 years from now, 20 years. You're building soil, building knowledge, building a life. I'm just trying to make it to next winter. You'll make it. You're a farmer now. Farmers always make it. I like being called a farmer, like identifying as someone who creates instead of just consumes. Entry 27, March 15th. Divorce finalized 1 year ago today. Sometimes it feels like yesterday, sometimes like a lifetime ago. The woman I was a year ago wouldn't recognize the woman I am now. That woman was defeated, broken, lost. This woman runs a chainsaw, drives a tractor, plants crops, survives winters. This woman is building something, becoming someone. I don't miss my old life, not even a little. This life is harder, poorer, more uncertain, but it's mine. Every scar, every blister, every lesson, mine. Entry 28, April 3rd, 2024. 1 year on the farm, April 3rd to April 3rd. The Alice Chalmers is running again. Marcus and I did spring maintenance, oil change, grease, tune-up. She starts first try now, runs smooth, ready for another season. I'm ready too. Stronger, smarter, more confident. Year 2 begins today. Same farm, same tractor, different farmer. I'm not the broken divorcee who bought this place in desperation. I'm Sarah Mitchell, farmer, survivor, builder, and I'm just getting started. Entry 29, May 20th, 2024. Planted 60 acres this year. Hay, oats, a test plot of soybeans, the garden's twice as big, added chickens like I planned. 12 layers, fresh eggs to sell. The roadside stand opens next week. Better location, better sign, better everything. Tom's proud, Emily's amazed. Marcus asks if he can move in and help full-time. What about college? I can study agriculture here better than any classroom. He's not wrong. This farm teaches daily, constantly, brutally sometimes, but the lessons stick, the knowledge builds, the person grows. Entry 30, August 15th, 2024. Year 2 harvest. 500 bales. Better than year 1. Vegetables thriving. Eggs selling out. Income's up 50%. Still not profitable. Still struggling, but less desperately. The farm's turning around. So am I. Tom's daughter visited last week. Asked if I'd be interested in buying his place when he retires. I'm not selling to developers. I want it to stay farmland. You'd be a good steward. I can't afford it. Can barely afford this place. But he's thinking 5 years out. Seller financing, make it possible. Think about it, he says. You've got time. I've got time. That's new. A year ago I was out of time, out of options, out of hope. Now I've got time. Plans. Future. Entry 31, December 25th, 2024. Christmas on the farm. Emily, Marcus, Tom, his daughter and grandkids. Full house, full table, full heart. We're not related by blood, but we're family by choice, by work, by shared seasons. The Alice Chalmers sits in the shed, resting, ready for spring. That tractor saved my life. Sounds dramatic, but it's true. Not because it's special, because it worked when I needed it to, because it gave me purpose, because fixing it taught me I could fix other things. Like myself, like my life, like my future. A 68-year-old tractor and a 42-year-old woman, both written off, both brought back to life, both proving that broken doesn't mean finished, just means not fixed yet. And we're fixing ourselves, one season at a time. This is my life now. Sarah's farm, Sarah's future, Sarah's choice, and it's everything. Entry 32, February 14th, 2025. Valentine's Day used to be a day that made me sad, reminded me of what I lost. This year it's different. Tom brought over chocolate, Emily sent flowers, Marcus made dinner, not romantic love, something better, community love, chosen family love. The farm's buried in snow, everything's dormant, resting, preparing. I'm resting too, reading farming books, planning year 3, dreaming bigger. Maybe that horseboarding idea, maybe more livestock, maybe something I haven't thought of yet. The possibilities feel endless now. Limited by knowledge and capital, yes, but not by imagination, not by fear. Entry 33, March 30th, 2025. 2 years since the divorce, 24 months since everything fell apart. I look at my life now and barely recognize it. In the best way, I own 80 acres, run a small, successful farm, have community, have purpose. My ex-husband called last week, first time in 2 years, wanted to know if I was okay. I heard you bought a farm. That's crazy, Sarah. It is crazy. It's also working. Are you happy? The question caught me off guard, made me really consider. Yes, I am. Are you? Silence. Then, no, not really. We talked for an hour. He's remarried already, unhappy, realizing he threw away something good. I felt sorry for him, but also grateful. Grateful he left. Grateful for the push that made me find this life. I hope you find what makes you happy, I told him honestly. I think you already did, he replied. Entry 34, April 10th, 2025. Spring again, third planting season on this farm. The Alice Chalmers is ready. I rebuilt the carburetor over winter. She runs better than ever. Marcus is here full-time now, dropped out of college. His parents aren't happy, but he's learning more here than any classroom could teach, and he's good at it. Natural farmer. Tom says Marcus reminds him of himself at 20. He's got the instinct, can't teach that. We're planting 80 acres this year, every field, hay, oats, soybeans, corn test plot. Also added 6 pigs, 20 more chickens. Tom's teaching me animal husbandry. You're not just a crop farmer anymore, you're diversifying. That's smart. Smart or desperate for more income? Probably both. Entry 35, June 1st, 2025. The roadside stand is a real business now. Registered LLC, business license, everything official. Emily does the bookkeeping. She's studying business at college. Uses my farm as a case study. Mom, you've increased revenue 280% in 2 years. Is that good? That's exceptional. Most businesses fail in year 1. You're thriving in year 3. Thriving feels strong, but I'm not failing, not drowning. Swimming now instead of treading water. The farm pays for itself, pays for improvements, pays me a small salary, not much, but enough to keep going, keep building. Entry 36, July 4th, 2025. Independence Day. There's irony there I appreciate. Community BBQ at the farm. 30 people showed up, neighbors, friends, customers. They brought food, music, kids running everywhere. Tom gave a toast. To Sarah, who took a failing farm nobody wanted and turned it into something special. To stubborn women who don't quit. Everyone raised their glasses. To me. To what I built. I looked around at my 80 acres, the crops growing, the barn standing strong, the house that's home. This is independence. This is freedom. This is life on my terms. Entry 37, September 1st, 2025. Best harvest yet, 800 bales. All sold before September ended. Vegetables sold out weekly all summer. Eggs have a waiting list. Pigs sold for premium. Profit this year, actual profit, $3,000 after all expenses. Not much by corporate standards. But I made money farming, actually made money. Tom's proud, Emily's thrilled. Marcus is already planning year 4 expansion. We could add beef cattle, use those back 40 acres. We, he grins, yeah, we, if you'll have me as a partner. Entry 38, October 15th, 2025. Marcus became a partner today. Official paperwork. He's investing his savings, buying into the farm. Emily thinks it's romantic. Are you two? No, we're business partners. Friends, family, not romantic. Yet. Maybe someday. Maybe not. Romance isn't my priority. The farm is. But Marcus is good people, hard worker, shares the vision. If something develops, fine. If not, also fine. I'm complete on my own now. Anything else is bonus. Entry 39, December 31st, 2025. New Year's Eve, reflecting on 3 years. April 2023, divorced, broken, desperate, 38K settlement. December 2025, farm owner, profitable, partnered, building future. The Alice Chalmers has pulled every plough, planted every seed, made every harvest possible, cost me $0. Came with the farm, works because I learned to fix her. Like me. Broken when I arrived, works because I learned to fix myself. Tom's retiring next month, selling me his farm, seller financing over 10 years. Combined, we'll have 240 acres, enough to be sustainable long term. You earned this, Tom says. Proved you're serious, proved you're staying. I'm staying. This is home now. This is life. This is who I am. Farmer, business owner, community member, me. Entry 40, February 28th, 2026. Almost 3 years. Sarah's farm is expanding to Henderson Mitchell Farm, honoring Tom's legacy while building mine. The divorce feels like another lifetime, another person, someone I used to be. That person was lost. This person is found. That person needed someone else to be complete. This person is complete. That person saw a failing farm. This person saw possibility. The Alice Chalmers sits in the shed. 31 entries in this journal mention her. She's more than a tractor. She's a symbol, a partner, a teacher. Every time she starts, she reminds me I can start over too. Every time she pulls a load, she reminds me I can carry my weight. Every time she needs repair, she reminds me we all need maintenance. Fixing isn't failing, it's surviving. 3 years ago, I was handed divorce papers and 38K. Today I run 240 acres, employ 2 people, feed my community, and sleep well at night. Not because everything's easy, because I chose hard, chose growth, chose becoming over being. After divorce, I went to a failing farm no one wanted, built a new life with an old tractor. Best decision I ever made. The end is really the beginning. And I'm just getting started. Final entry, April 3rd, 2026. 3 years exactly. This journal started on this date in 2023. Seems fitting to close it now, not because the story's over, because this chapter is complete. The divorced woman who bought a failing farm doesn't exist anymore. She transformed into something else, someone else. The Alice Chalmers is running perfectly. Marcus rebuilt her completely over winter, professional restoration. She looks new. But I asked him to keep one thing, the dent in the hood, from when I dropped a wrench learning to fix her. That dent's part of our story, I told him, part of the journey. Some scars should stay, reminders of what we survived, what we overcame. Emily graduates college next month. She's moving back to help run the business side full-time. Marcus and I are expanding into organic certification, premium market, higher prices, 5-year plan. Tom visits weekly, gives advice, tells stories, enjoys retirement while staying connected. The farm employs 4 people now, feeds 200 families, contributes to the local economy, started from nothing, built with work, sustained by community. People ask how I did it. What's the secret? How does a divorced dental hygienist become a successful farmer? The answer's simple and complicated. Simple. I had no choice. Had to survive. Had to build something. Complicated. Every day I chose to keep going. Every setback I chose to learn from. Every success I chose to build on. The tractor helped. Old reliable machinery that worked when everything else was broken. But the real transformation wasn't mechanical. It was internal. I learned I'm capable, strong, resilient, worthy. Not because a man loved me, not because society validated me, because I proved it to myself. Every field plowed, every crop harvested, every winter survived. Proof. This journal documents transformation, but it's not magic, not luck, not divine intervention. It's choice, daily choice, hourly choice. Choosing to continue when quitting would be easier. That's the secret. That's the answer. That's the lesson. You can rebuild after loss, can start over at 42, can create new life from ruins. But you have to choose it, work for it. Believe it's possible even when it seems impossible. The farm proves it. I prove it. The Alice Chalmers proves it. Old doesn't mean useless. Broken doesn't mean finished. Failing doesn't mean failed. Just means not done yet. Still working, still becoming. 3 years, $38,000, 1 old tractor, 1 stubborn woman, built a new life from nothing, and it's everything. This journal closes now, but the story continues, because farms don't end. Seasons cycle, work continues, life builds. I'm Sarah Mitchell, farmer, builder, survivor, and I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, doing exactly what I'm meant to do, with an old tractor that refuses to quit, just like me.